Thank you for joining us on this episode of EideCast. Is This Thing On? My name is Mary Weiss, and I am joined by Sunny Sisavanh. Right?
Yep.
Okay.
You got it.
Thank
Right.
you for joining us. How are you today?
Good. How about you?
Good. Have you done a podcast or anything before?
No, I have not.
Well,
so
welcome.
This would be the first.
Thank you for being willing to.
Of course.
Sunny, what do you do?
So I'm a technician.
Okay.
First started off as I worked in Quick Loop for about 2 years.
Okay.
After that, they kind of moved me towards like the back shop. Like I had like a little trial phase, is what they would say.
Okay.
Greg Hernandez, if anyone knows him at the time, he pretty much brought me back there. He's like, hey, let's see how you do. So we did that for about 2 weeks, and then he was like, hey, do you want to join us back here? Like, sure.
Okay.
You know, it was like kind of like a big step in
Yeah.
my career, you know what I mean? So after doing that, and then 2 years after that, there was like, went to a flat rate technician.
Okay.
So you pretty much do like all the bigger stuff, like engines, transmissions, timing jobs, and yeah, then that was pretty much it.
Okay.
Yeah.
So when you went from lube to back
Shop. Yeah.
shop. What do you do in the back shop then?
So mainly we do more extensive stuff. So like diagnosing cars. So you have your squeaking rattles, your electrical stuff, like why is my door doesn't work, or
Okay.
the window doesn't roll up or down, or how come my AC is not kicking on.
Okay.
So yeah, just a little bit of everything, pretty much. So like it's more like broad, you know.
Yeah.
Since we do like everything from the front of the car to the back of the car, so yeah, pretty much, yeah.
Okay. And have you always been at the Honda store then?
Yeah, so I started in October of 2014, actually.
Okay.
So
Nice. So 12 years?
roughly,
Or almost 12 years?
almost 12. So 12 years in October would be 12 years, yeah.
Nice. What's your favorite thing about your job?
Favorite thing? Oh, jeez. Get me on the spot here. Just the people, I
Okay,
guess.
yeah.
Just friendly environment. That's pretty much it. Yeah,
That's fair.
like going into work and stuff like that. Talking to peers, kind of feel like yourself when you're working with them.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, it's not like you have to be like very. I mean, you still have to be professional, but
Yeah.
like around them, you don't have to be. You know what I mean? You can kind of be yourself.
Yeah, I love that.
You know.
And so I always enjoy like going around doing videos,
Mhm.
going up to your stall. Is it a stall? Is that what you
Yeah,
call it?
yeah, you can call it a stall, yeah.
I like your toolbox that you have, because what
Oh,
color is it? Is it purple?
It's purple, so it's black with purple trim, pretty
Okay.
much.
It's one of my favorites. Purple's my favorite color.
Yeah, same here.
But then you also have a bunch of Hot Wheels cars.
Yes.
So how did
Yep.
you get into collecting those? Or
So it all started, I mean, I don't mean to be sad about it, but
No.
it was like a sad story. Like after my brother passed away,
mm-hmm.
I tried to find something to fill that void.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I started getting into Hot Wheels.
Okay.
So then it branched out from that. Like I buy one, it's like, oh, buy more. So it kind of like doubled every time,
Yeah.
and then I just got this massive collection of Hot Wheels.
Okay. It's a nice reminder of your brother
Yeah,
too, though.
yeah, because we loved cars. We
Yeah.
worked on cars together, you know. So
Okay, I love that. I didn't
Right.
ever know that.
Yeah.
I've seen them, and I think
Right.
I've commented about them a
Right,
few
yeah.
times, but I never knew the backstory, which is kind of
Oh,
actually
yeah.
what made me think to have you come on here. 'Cause
Oh,
I
yeah,
figured it
for
would be
sure.
fun to talk to you about that.
yeah.
You started as a lube tech. What
Mhm.
drew you into that role?
First started with my friend Brendan.
Okay.
Brendan Koo. So he works in parts now, but
Mhm.
at the time he worked in Quick Lube as well.
Okay.
And then I was like looking for jobs and stuff like that, and then he brought me like, hey, you wanna join, you know, Honda and be like a Quick Luber? Like,
Yeah.
sure, why not? You know, because I was looking for a job at the time because I went to school before that.
Mhm.
I went to USD for a semester
Okay.
just to try that out.
What was your? Did you have a major picked or?
Well, it was like business management.
Okay.
And then I was like, I don't know if I really want to do this.
Yeah.
You know what I
that's
mean?
fair.
Because I just kind of want to try it out just to see what the hype was all about, because
Yeah.
everybody was going to school. All my friends were going to school. So I was like, okay, okay, this is not for me.
Yeah.
So I just did the semester, and then I worked at UPS for a little bit. So at that time that I joined, I was balancing 2 jobs. I was working at UPS, and I was working at Honda as well.
Nice.
But I think it was just a little bit too much for me. Like after 3 months, it was just, I'm leaving this shift, go work at UPS for like 3 or 4 hours after that, and I'm just very tiring. So I kind of had to pick more of the Honda side, just because of the hours are already, most of my time was spent there anyway. So I just stuck with that.
Yeah. Well, and look where you are now.
Yeah, I know, right?
Did you grow up in Sioux Falls, or where are you from originally?
Omaha, Nebraska.
Oh, okay. So you were born in Omaha, right?
Yes, yep.
Where are your parents from, I guess?
They're originally from Laos.
Okay.
They're both in Laos. So how they got here is pretty much, it was during the Vietnam War, pretty much. So we had all that going down, and then the communists was trying to take over. So that gave the opportunity for pretty much my mom and my dad. But on my mom's side, pretty much it was her 3 other sisters, and then my uncle that was pretty much together with my mom's older sister.
Okay.
So they pretty much had to cross like the Mekong River, and then my mom was telling me stories where she would have to, when crossing it, there's like strong currents, and then they would, to avoid like the enemy soldiers, they would have like bamboo straws to breathe underwater.
Really?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
I'm like, wow.
Yeah.
And then all of that went down, and then they got to a refugee camp.
Okay.
And they got sponsorship from Methodist Church.
Okay.
So if you know that church group, so they help restate, families into different in the state. I know there's a guy that gave them the option to move to. There's a few different locations to move to, so they gave them an option to move to Germany, to Venezuela.
Okay.
And I think there's another one I forgot. And the United States, of course. So, of course, that's what they chose. It's pretty much the United States.
Okay.
And then they were pretty much stationed. I don't know if you would say that it's stationed, but they kind of moved them and migrated them towards the Nebraska area.
Okay.
And then, so my uncle, when he got here, he got lost because he was supposed to be in Omaha, but he ended up being in Beatrice.
Oh, okay.
Which is like 2-ish hours away.
Oh.
So he ended up just settling there.
Okay.
So I'm like, oh, okay, that's cool. But yeah, pretty much one of my aunts did live in California. Most of my mom's sisters, they live pretty much in the Nebraska area.
Okay.
And then she still has some family back in, the mainlands in Laos.
Okay. So you grew up in Omaha, Nebraska. When did you end up coming to Sioux Falls?
So when I was roughly about 9 years old.
Okay.
Because we moved to Worthington for like 6 months. Because my dad had a thing with my uncle. They opened up their own shop. They had like a little shop that they opened up for like selling like rental DVDs, movies, and all that. So he did that for a little bit.
Okay.
But my dad was like, okay, this is too slow paced for me.
Yeah.
Like, he does like HVAC work.
Oh, yeah.
So he's like, I'm going to find a job. And then we ended up in Sioux Falls.
Okay.
And then we just been there ever since.
Where did you go to high school?
Washington.
Okay. I feel like you're 31, you said, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So I'm 31 too. I'm like, I think we graduated around the same time. What were you involved with in high school? Were you in like sports or any clubs or anything?
Not so much, but I did take up like breakdancing off to the side.
I feel like I knew that, and that's why I asked that because so I went to Lincoln.
Okay.
Did you dance at Washington at all with?
Like not like publicly, but more so of just like with the peers.
Okay.
Okay,
I'm like, I feel like I kind of knew that, but I wasn't sure if I'm like thinking of the right person.
So
or
if
not,
you know who Tyler Jagger was or IA, they were like breakdancers at Lincoln. So at that time, and Johnny Wynn too.
I think that name sounds familiar. Okay.
So if you can put a face to that, I mean that's who I hung out with most of the times.
Will you throw out some breakdancing moves?
No, if my knee wasn't so bad, my left knee it's like not as good as it used to be.
That's fair.
So I kind of hung that towel
Okay.
after my sister-in-law got married. I'm like, okay, I'm done.
I'm done. No more of this. What drew you to breakdancing then? Is it just?
I think it looked cool at the time, but it was like, I think I could do that. You know what I mean, kind of deal. So I was try it out.
Yeah.
So then I just developed it from there.
Fun.
So I did a lot of, there's like little gigs that we did, like talent shows or like an opening act for like a party or something like that.
Okay.
I've been to a couple of what they call like battles.
Yeah.
So like Iowa, I went and did a battle in Iowa, and then there's a couple of battles here in Sioux Falls a while back. It's I don't know if you know the Beehive Church is what they call it. It's
Okay.
like a church right off of I think like by Southeastern kind of,
Okay.
and like 26th Street. There's like a church
Yeah.
where we used to go practice and stuff like that.
Okay. Fun.
Yeah, and then I think who held it was Adam Seif, if you know who that is.
Yep.
So yeah, like back in the day, that's what we did.
What is something that like challenges you with your job?
Electrical diag. That's the most
Okay.
challenging because it can be a break point from point A to point B.
Mm-hmm.
So let's just say there's a problem with the harness here on the front end,
Yeah.
and it goes all the way back to the dash.
Okay.
And then there's a break in there somewhere. It's hard to pinpoint where the actual break is.
Yeah.
So it can take a lot more time, extensive time, if you really wanted to pinpoint it out. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Do you ever just get like a car that you just are like, I'm stumped, like I just cannot figure out what
Yeah,
this is?
that's happened a few times. So that's why I usually kind of ask like peers,
Okay.
just like, hey, what's your idea on this? Like, so this is what I have. So and then he's like, oh, have you tried checking it from here to here? Like, no, I have not. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it kind of helps with like peers that can help you out.
Yeah.
To kind of figure out, lead you in the right direction.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
Totally. It's like you work individually, but you still work as a team. at the
Right.
same time.
Yeah.
Nice.
Exactly.
Also, I just made this connection now. So you said my friend Brendan, and I'm like sitting there like in parts sumo. I literally only know that sumo, and I had to take a second to process who that was.
Yep.
That's so funny. How did you meet sumo then, or Brendan? Brendan. Okay. There we go.
Yeah, but I met him through his younger brother, Brent, because we went to high school together and stuff like that. And then we kind of just build it off from there, pretty much. You know what I mean? It's like he was pretty much like family.
Yeah.
I
love that.
So
Okay.
kind of treat each other like family and stuff like that. So we would always help each other out, kind of deal.
If you weren't in your role, what other job would you want to try, like within a Vern Eide?
Within Vern Eide?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I mean, probably like photography.
Okay.
If anything, because I did like photography like through high school and then into college for a bit. I took up photography with another buddy of mine that did the same thing, but he was more of an artsy guy. He did a lot of like graffiti work.
Oh yeah.
And then his name was like David Rico.
Okay.
I believe. Hopefully that's his name. It's been a while. It's been like 10 plus years.
Okay.
So I'm just trying to remember it off the top of my head. But yeah, like photography was a thing for me. So that would be something cool to try out. You know what I mean?
Okay. I was just like to know.
for
There's so many roles that like you don't necessarily think of,
Right.
but I feel like once you see something, it's like, well, that could be kind of something else to try. So now that you've hung up your breakdancing shoes, what do you enjoy doing in your free time?
Free time, just hanging out with the family, play Hot Wheels with the kiddo. We'll launch Hot Wheels off like the track and like ramp it off of everything. My wife is like, "Oh my God, you guys are making a mess," and I'm like, "No, we're having fun.
We're having fun, yeah." So what does your family consist of then?
My personal family?
Yeah.
So I have Two brothers.
Okay.
One that just passed away a while back in 23. My mom and dad, they're still alive and well.
Good.
So they live in Sioux Falls. And
Okay.
then my other brother just moved back from Colorado.
Nice.
So he's there to help out pretty much my family too as well.
Do you have a pretty close-knit family?
Yeah, I would say so, yeah.
Very nice. And then like you mentioned your wife and then kid. What about them? How old is your son or daughter?
Son.
Son. How old is
Son, he is 2, and he'll be 3 in November.
he? Okay, fun.
So,
Very nice.
and my wife is pretty much the same age. She turns.
Don't expose your wife's age. I mean,
Oh,
I mean you can. Some
if
people
you
don't
want to-
care. But
I mean, I don't think it's that bad. I don't think it's.
I personally don't care, but I know some people are like, don't
Yeah,
tell people how old I am.
Okay, we just say we're the same age,
About the
but
same
she's like a month older than
Okay.
I am.
Okay, got it.
Not by much.
How'd you meet her?
It's kind of weird. It was at Billy Frogs.
Okay.
So it was at first, she was kind of like with somebody at the time.
Okay.
But I didn't think too much of it
Mm-hmm.
until like later on. I guess she kind of broke it off with that other someone,
Mm-hmm.
and then she started talking to me. It was kind of it was like back and forth talking, texting kind of deal,
Mhm.
and then just one night we were like cruising. I had like a nice car at the time.
Mhm.
I still have it, but it's just like, oh, so what is this? I was like, I don't know. What do you think it is?
Yeah.
And then it just kind of built up from there
Okay.
pretty much. So that's how I met her. Pretty
Okay.
much. Yeah.
How long have you two been married?
Since August 28th, 2021. So
Okay.
roughly almost
Yeah.
5 years, almost.
Nice. Okay.
So yeah.
And then I know you'd mentioned that you and your brother bonded over cars and stuff, and you just mentioned that you have a nice car that you don't
Oh
drive
yeah.
as much.
Yeah.
What car?
It's a Scion FRS.
Okay.
Some people may call it a Toyota 86, but to me, it's like it's the same thing.
Yeah.
It's the same. It's just rebranded. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
In Japan, it's a Toyota 86.
Okay.
In America, it's a Scion FRS.
Okay.
So
What color is it?
it's like an asphalt gray.
Okay.
So
Is
like
it-
a charcoal gray,
Charcoal.
kind of like my truck.
Okay.
I tend to stick with charcoal gray. I don't know. I just like charcoal
Yeah.
gray for some reason.
That's a good color. I mean, it's like a
Right.
good like neutral, but it still has a little
right.
substance to it.
Right, exactly.
That's
It's not not over the top. You
Yeah.
know what I mean?
That's fair. Have you always been into cars, like growing up, or was that something that you kind of picked up later?
In high school, I didn't start getting more in depth with cars till like high school, but when in middle school, I would play like Need for Speed. That's
Mhm.
really like how I got into cars. Need for
Okay.
Speed, or if you ever watch Too Fast, Too Furious, or The Fast and the Furious,
Mhm.
that really kind of bumped it up. So
Okay.
like, I really like this. It's
Yeah.
pretty cool. You know what I mean? Because it's like when you can express yourself by how you put the car together. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You can make it look how you want it to look.
Yeah.
You know.
For sure.
So it like kind of brings out your personality in a sense. You know.
I always like seeing like the different cars. Like I didn't necessarily appreciate like car shows until I started working here, and then we hosted one, and I was like, oh, this is kind of fun.
Yeah.
But then seeing like all the different people with their different cars,
Right.
the old ones, the new ones,
Right.
the like customization that you can do
Mhm.
to them,
Oh,
and
yeah.
it's just like I feel like it is a true representation of
Right.
a person. Even like your toolbox, like the
Right,
black with
exactly.
the purple. I
Yeah.
feel like seeing everybody with their
Mhm.
toolboxes and just the
Mhm.
way that they're
Mhm.
decorated, if you will.
Right. Right.
It's like you wear a uniform, but that's kind of a way that you can keep your personal
Right.
identity. So
right.
I think it's
yeah.
fun.
Right.
Nice.
Exactly.
Over the years, how has technology impacted your job or your role?
It's a bit of a curveball.
Okay.
Pretty much, you feel like you're an electrician,
Yeah.
like doing all the electrical work. There's a lot more involved in like multiple modules communicating with each other.
Mm-hmm.
So let's just say you have one module that goes out, it can take out 7 other modules,
Yeah.
even though it's just that one that has the issue.
Would you do far less technology in the new cars?
I mean, to an extent.
Okay.
I mean, some of it is like kind of like a safety thing, so I'm cool with that. You know what
Yeah.
I mean? But some of this non-necessary stuff, I feel like they could have at least made it more simpler.
Yeah.
You know, I would say. But no, it's like you're jumping over a bunch of ropes to get to one thing. You know
That's
what I
fair.
mean?
Yeah. Obviously, we like schedule appointments for
Mhm.
service,
Mhm.
but then there's sometimes it's like things just take a while. Is it just
Yeah.
that you guys have so much work, or is it that some things just take a
Yeah,
while to
it's
do, or parts,
a
or
lot of things are gonna be out of your control.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like the updates, for instance. Hey, they'll get the letter and mail. Like, yeah, it should only take like 30 minutes, but like in reality, everything has to work
yeah,
perfectly if you want it to get done within that time frame. But not everything is gonna be. It's not a perfect world. You know what
Yeah.
I mean? There's always gonna be something that uh, makes it, not go the way you want it to go.
Totally.
You know what I mean?
All right. Well,
Yeah.
thank you so much for
Yeah.
joining us, and
For
thank you
sure.
for watching this episode of EideCast. Is this thing on?